Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wellness Toolbox. I'm here with Michelle Ruman, who's also the co-founder of the Wellness Toolbox. So one of the things that is the most common question that people ask us is, how do we get started using Young Living? And one of the things we want to share with you is so simple, and we just want to give you a few of the tools that are already in your Wellness Toolbox. So Michelle, if you could show folks what is in the box that can help us start using Young Living.
Okay, so if you got your new premium starter kit, it'll come with all of your oils, right? So there's 10 oils here, and then in your box, I have my box over here. In your box, there's another one, your 11th oil, which is Stress Away. Okay, so all of these you can use in your diffuser, which is a way that you can diffuse it obviously into the air, and that's a way of inhaling the actual essence that you put in there, the essential oil that you put in there. Another way that you can use the essential oils is topically. Your skin it's called your integumentary system. Okay, your skin, which is the largest organ in your body, that's a great way to allow the essential oils to go in and be used throughout your entire body. When you put an essential oil on your skin, it goes throughout every cell in your body within 20 minutes. So it's pretty fantastic. And the great thing about using the essential oils on your skin is that it goes through your whole entire body, but your body will only use what it needs. Okay, unlike if you're taking some kind of over-the-counter medication or something like that, where it gets into every single system that may not even need it. Okay, so the essential oils, they know what they're doing and they do the work. And then if they don't need to go there, they won't go there. So that's a great thing about using it on your skin. Another thing, when you're using it on your skin, many of them you can directly put on your skin, but there are some oils that are considered hot oils. And those like hot oils are cinnamon or clove. Those are also inside the Thieves oil blend. Some of the citrus oils, if you're really fair skin, that might also cause your skin to get like maybe itchy or a little red because they're considered a hot oil, and so they may cause a skin irritation. So to lessen that or to eliminate that altogether, we have what's called V6. And so V6 is a combination vegetable oil. And I'm going to read you what's in it. So you would use V6 when you want to dilute any of your essential oils or you're using a hot oil. Or I also use V6 when you're working with children, okay? And what Laura and I always like to say is, go low and go slow. So start at the feet, dilute your essential oils, especially when you're working with children. So let me read what's on the back of here, because there's lots of really great oils in here. So it has fractionated coconut oil in it. It has sesame seed oil. And like that's my husband has to call me like right now while I'm doing this, right? I'm sorry.
You're living.
Yeah.
Right? We say we're living Young Living.
I am living Young Living. It's my life, right? Okay, so there's sesame seed oil in here. And there is grapeseed oil, and there is sweet almond oil, there's wheat germ oil, and there's sunflower seed oil, and there is also an organic olive oil inside of here. So all of those great oils are in this one great bottle. So if you're like me, like if you're a massage therapist, great oil to use on your clients. Not going to cause any kind of other kind of reaction. And you're able to dilute your essential oils. So great combination with these. So one of the good things that you can do if you got the new kit is, let me show you. So in the new kit, these little tiny bottles came in that like new premium starter kit. And if you don't have the new premium starter kit, but the old kit, it's okay. You can still get these in the catalog. You can order them from the catalog, and you can get a set of 25 of these. So there's 12 of them came in your kit, and they look like this. So these little bitty tiny bottles. And so if I wanted to dilute something, like let's say I was going to be working with children, and I want to make sure that they have a healthy immune system. So I would want to put it like on their feet every day. But if they're new to essential oils, I'm not quite sure how they're going to react. So if I'm bringing it with me, like say I'm going to be out with my kid all day, I would put maybe like 6 drops into my little tiny bottle. And then I will take my V6 oil and I will just pour that right in there. And then, and you try not to pour it all over the counter because that's like a big waste, so you shouldn't do that. But then I have the little tiny white cap that goes on top, and you just push it on, and you can hear it like snap where it's closed. And now you have this little tiny bottle, and you can just shake that up. And now that's your essential oil diluted. Stick it in your purse. It's so tiny that, like, it's so tiny that I dropped it right on the floor. But anyway, it actually fits inside, like it fits in your pocket and you don't even know it's there. I actually, on my keychain, have like a little purse kind of thing attached to my keychain, and I just stick one in there. So it's always with me. I take it wherever I want. You can make up all these little blends, put them in those little bottles, and you've got them with you. So that's a great way of using the essential oils on your skin, diluting them. We talked about the inhaler, and you can also take the oil. So let's do stress away, because like now that I dropped that on the floor, it actually spilt on my floor. So I'm going to take a little stress away.
So when we talk about the diffuser, so many people ask questions like, well, what's the difference between a diffuser and a humidifier? Or, you know, why do I need a diffuser, right? So what people need to understand with the diffuser is, for example, Michelle was showing us the dewdrop one, and this is the home diffuser. So I'm just going to show you, I don't know if you can see inside, but you would add, whoops, I'm spilling it too. Boy, we're getting messy today, right? So you have water, and then you put several drops of the actual oil into there. So I take the lid off, and I'm just going to put a couple drops of oil into, that's the other big question. How many drops do I need? Well, it depends upon how much you want to smell the oil. I usually put like 4 drops in mine, but you know, the manual says, you know, there's a lot more that you can add to it. So just, it's your own personal preference. So you put the oil in there with the water, and then you close the lid. So it's that simple. And with the home diffuser, you push it once. I actually unplug this, so just give me a second. I'm going to plug it back in so you can see it. Okay, you push it once, and the green light goes on, and that is actually going to diffuse for 2 hours. Okay, then if you push it again, it's going to turn red. Do you see the red? Okay, that's going to go 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. If I hold the button in, look what happens. It shuts the light off. So no matter which mode you have it on, you can actually use that functionality. So 2 hours it's on, I hold the button in, and now it shuts it off. The reason I mention this is so many of you are moms, and you say, oh, can I put this in my child's room when they're going to sleep at night? Absolutely. That's an actual easy, great way to get this essential oil to be part of their young living life. And I know my 2 boys absolutely love their diffuser. So we don't want the light on in their room, right? Because then they never go to sleep. So by shutting it off, you have that option. And same thing for the bamboo one. There's a little button on the back that actually has a little button that says light. So you can actually even shut that off. So that's just an easy way to explain about the diffusers and what's the difference between a diffuser versus, say, a humidifier is I can literally put this on like a nice table, and it's not going to make the table wet. So I can actually put my hand over it And it's not really like wet like a humidifier. So it's emitting tiny, tiny, tiny little particles into the air with the essential oil. Michelle, maybe you can explain it a little better, but that's my layman's version of what a diffuser does.
I think that was a great explanation, right? Because the diffuser is making it really tiny, tiny little particles, like a vapor, a mist that goes into the air. Whereas with the humidifier, there's bigger droplets. And I know if like you've ever seen a humidifier in your kid's room and the floor all gets wet like next to it, so that's not going to happen. And this is, you're going to use cold water instead of like a hot water. So those are just a little bit of the differences. And you really don't want to put the essential oils into the humidifier because it can mess up your humidifier. So like I wouldn't put them in the humidifier, just use your diffuser for them.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that one of the other benefits of Young Living essential oils is they're actually getting rid of petrochemicals, right, in our body. So when we talk about petrochemicals, a lot of them are plastics, right? So if you're putting the essential oil in, say, a plastic humidifier, it can actually damage the humidifier by eating it away. You know, fun experiment is putting one of the Young Living essential oils in a styrofoam cup. Styrofoam cups are made of plastic. It'll actually eat away at the styrofoam cup. So that's just an example of how wonderful our oils are and how they're actually, you know, getting rid of petrochemicals, both in the air, which is another beautiful thing. Diffusers aren't masking smells. They're actually helping you with what's going on. So let's use purification, Michelle. Recently, it's very rainy here, and there's just, I call it a funky smell. I just can't stand the smell. And so I've been putting purification in and getting that smell to dissipate. So it's actually absorbing the toxic smells and dissipating versus covering it up. So, you know, a lot of the toxic chemicals that are on the market that cover up smells are doing more harm to your body, and your environment, your home environment becomes toxic. Where here you're getting healthy solutions and you're actually boosting your immune system as you're getting rid of maybe a funky smell. You know, so like even if your child's room smells funky, you know, I have boys, so, you know, football and sports smells, you know, diffusing that in the room, you're boosting their immune system and you're actually helping, you know, not have to smell some of those really bad smells, right, Michelle?
You make a really good point. Here in Miami, we're closed up all the time. Like our houses are all closed up all the time because the air conditioning is going on. And so, yeah, you kind of like, I wish for those days when like I could open the windows and there was like that breeze coming through. So what I do is just what you were saying, diffuse the purification. And what I find is like, when I diffuse purification, there's like no smell, you know, like when you walk in, it's not like I have 3 dogs and cats and like all this kind of stuff. Like I don't smell any of that. So that's really nice. Like you walk in, there's no smell going on. It's just like fresh air. So that's, yeah, a big benefit. Whether, right, no matter where you are, that it's not just masking. It's not like flowery dog smell going on. Yeah, like
right.
Dog smell. There's no smell. So I think that's what makes a big difference with using the diffuser.
Yes, non-toxic living, and we're trying to get away from all masking smells and actually using them. So even in the bathroom, you can even put a diffuser in the bathroom and push the button, and then no more smell, right?
Exactly. Or you can just make up a little spray bottle with one of your essential oils. Just pick one, any one from here. And like I like to do lemon and peppermint, and then I put it in just like a little spray bottle, and it's like my potpourri in my bathroom. So you just do that spritz, and you're good.
Yeah. And on my big one is thieves in the bathroom. Thieves, it comes as a little spray bottle, or you can make a glass little spray bottle and put that in the bathroom with water and use that instead of all those toxic chemicals that you normally would have in the bathroom. So another great way to experience Young Living, right?
Yeah.
These are our secret weapons, right?
Definitely.
So we covered the skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say the word better than I do. The
integumentary system, which was
integumentary system, right? So we covered that, right? We also covered the diffuser.
Mm-hmm.
We covered what is a carrier oil, which is the V6 carrier oil. A lot of people hear us say carrier oil, and they don't know what that is. So you explain that. And one of the things I wanted Michelle to demonstrate is how we can do inhalations even on the go.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing, and that's what I was kind of getting to with the fact that when you put stress away, I'm using stress away right now, and you just put like one drop in your hands, and then I just rub it around in my hand and cup my nose and just take some deep breaths. I love the way that smells. And so you can put it like on the back of your neck, you can put it on your arms, you know, anywhere like that you want to just de-stress a little bit. And so that's inhalation. So you can go to your diffuser and you can inhale next to your diffuser, or it's diffusing it and you're inhaling it throughout the air. Or you can do it this way, which is just put it in your hands and cup your nose and your mouth and just take some nice deep breaths and inhale that. So that's inhalation of that. The other one that we didn't talk about was applying neat. So you'll hear, or you'll see in some reference books and stuff like that, that you can apply the oils neat. So
even in the catalog, Michelle, isn't it showing us now? It's so cool how they have the little icons in the catalog that show you which oils can be applied neat.
Right, can be applied neat. And so what neat means is it can be applied directly to the skin. So that's what we were talking about with, like when I was using the stress away, what I did was I inhaled it, but then I could just apply it neat without using my carrier oil and just apply it directly to the skin. So that's another thing that you'll hear, or you'll hear people talking about. Is the application.
If I could just add a tip regarding that. So some of the moms have said to me, oh, you know, Laura, I used the essential oil and I used baby oil. And I freak out. I freak out. And they're like, what, Laura, what's wrong? I said, well, first of all, baby oil is a petrochemical. And they look at me horrified. What do you mean petrochemical? I said, look up, do your own research. But trust me when I tell you, baby oil is a petrochemical. What? I've been applying that to my baby. I said, oh yeah, me too. And I am horrified that that's even on the market and labeled baby oil. So never, never, never use a petrochemical lotion. And when I say that, so baby oil would be example. Another great example is our regular lotions that you find in the store. Flip over the back of the and look at the label. You see paraben. That's a great example of a toxic petrochemical that is plastic. Paraben. So Google paraben and see what that is. You never want to put that on your skin. So the reason I'm bringing this up is if you applied toxic paraben lotions to your largest organ, right? It's absorbing into your body system and your largest organ, right? Very quickly, as we know. Now, all of a sudden you say, oh, let me apply an oil to it. Young Living essential oil, which are therapeutic grade. And you're like, wow, this is amazing. And all of a sudden you develop a reaction. Well, guess what? More than likely you're driving, because the essential oils are drivers, you're driving the petrochemical further into your skin. So be aware of that. When you're picking things that you're putting on the largest organ, be aware of what are you putting on there. So never apply a petrochemical to your skin, okay? Hopefully you'll understand that now and pick better solutions, right? And use the V6 as your lotion, and then you're safe. So that's just a tip, just so you know, because a lot of people don't realize that, and they wonder why. Why did I have a rash on my skin? Well, guess what? Your petrochemical is now driving further into the skin. So, Michelle, since you're a massage therapist and you massage people in put the carrier oil all over their largest organ.
Largest organ. You know, you brought up a really good point, and I'm just going to like divert really quickly about putting something on the largest organ of your body. And, you know, we wash our hands numerous times a day, and so many of us put like antibacterial oil, gel kind of stuff, you know, like what is that stuff called? Purell. Like you put that on your hands. Well, think about that. I don't know if you've really like read the label of that kind of stuff, but many of the soaps and lotions that you use and those kind of hand sanitizers, they have something in it called triclosan. And look up triclosan. We don't want it on our body. We definitely don't want it on the largest organ of our body, okay? So when you look at Young Living's products, and I'll just reach up here really quick, but right up here is, there's a Thieves hand sanitizer. Does not have triclosan in it, so safe to put all over your integumentary system. And then there is also the Thieves spray, and this again, like you can just like spray your hands, or when I'm out, like I'm not a germaphobe, but you know, I really like this stuff. So even after I go to like into a restaurant and my hands are clean, I'll still spray this on there and like, you know, be ready to go. So Thieves spray, Thieves hand sanitizer, no triclosan, no parabens, safe for your integumentary system. So
Yeah.
Just wanted to like add that little tip in there.
Absolutely.
Also.
These are the tips that we want to teach you. You know, we're really here to help you and to make your Young Living experience so much easier, and really understand and accelerate how you can go non-toxic, how you can actually start to feel better, right? And live a much better lifestyle, live a healthy lifestyle. So these are just a few tips as we're teaching you how to use your oils, on so many levels. So as you can see, Michelle and I do this as a daily routine, and it really is nice that we're sharing it with you, because it's starting to make us think of things that we take for granted, things that we use all the time that we realize now as we're sharing with you, wow, this is so important that we need to teach you, especially the largest organ of our body, right? Your largest external organ is our skin. So that was huge, Michelle. So thank you so much for sharing that. Let's think, what else is left in, because even in the catalog, what makes it so cool is there's a page that actually shows you, let me just go to it, how to use essential oils, right? So let me just go there. So how to use the essential oils. So take out your catalog, aromatically, topically, internally, right? So this is a great little cheat sheet so that you can start using, and then you don't forget. You go, now, what did they say? How can I use this? So just gives you a little cheat sheet. And internally, as you know, Michelle was talking about our essential oils. The Young Living essential oils also comes in veggie caps, which allow you to put the oil directly into the cap and swallow them, so internally. And Young Living also has essential oil infused supplements, so that will already have the essential oil in the actual supplement, which is huge. And you know, we can get into that in another video, but those are the ways that you can actually start to experience your kit, experience your products, and you know, just start experimenting, have fun with it, gravitate to the one that you intuitively want to. So let intuition be your guide. Michelle and I have talked about that on our educational calls that we do, but just use your intuition. You know, look at the oil kit, put it on the table, see which one your body's gravitating. You know, another question people ask is for our children, which one should I use for my kid? Put them on the table. Kids, a lot of kids are not reading labels, right? They're just grabbing it and smelling it and saying, you know, this one I really like, you know. So that's an easy way for you to do that. I'm just going to teach you another tip before we end this video here. So when you take the cap off and you're going to share it with somebody. A lot of times folks go, smell, and they stick it right up under the person's nose, and the person goes, whoa, that's strong. Well, remember, this is a therapeutic grade essential oil. So you're giving them this inhalation, and they're like, whoa, what's going on? So a couple tips. One is take the cap, hand them the cap, let them smell it. The cap is much lighter in scent, and then they're experiencing it, and instead of you shoving it up in their nose. That's one tip. The other one is when you have your essential oils, start circulating it and moving it closer and closer to your nose until you can smell it, right? And as you get it as close as you want where you can smell it, stop and breathe it in right from the bottle. So that's another way for your body to get used to it, right? And your olfactory system, which is, you know, connected right underneath your head, right? So if you look in Google olfactory system, you're breathing it in and getting everything used to it. So circulating it and then breathing it in. So teaching your friends how to use the oil when you're sharing with them, handing them the bottle, and just teaching them that little technique there gives them a much better experience. And then literally your body gets used to it and you don't go, whoa. You're literally like, you can't wait to smell it. Trying to think of any other tips we want to tell them before we leave.
I think we covered a lot.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. So I think we're good. I think we've given them enough for this tip and session and how to experience and start using Young Living products. And we look forward to hearing your comments, and be sure to, you know, send us an email, log into your Facebook group room that we have and leave a comment. You know, tell us what has been your new experience. We love to see through the eyes of a newbie, because it always reminds us how many things that we forget, right, Michelle? It's like, oh, yeah. So, yeah, definitely leave a comment and let us know how you're able to experience Young Living and live Young Living. So thank you again for sharing this time with us. So have a great day.